what role can the youths play in reshaping, in redirecting the future, the process, so to speak, of the process of selecting leadership?
One of the best ways to change it is to start showing people that they matter and that what they decide contributes to the overall outcome. A lot of people believe that because I am one, my vote will not count. You understand? So they see themselves as an individual rather than a collective. And then when you start thinking in the perspective of a collective and not just one person trying to change something, you find that you will get more encouraged to actually want to change something. You spoke about the recent Lagos State election. I have young people who I work with who were who played active parts in the election in one of the local governments. And one of the things he had said to me was that because they understand the system, they understand what is on ground, and they've been watching and they've been learning, they knew exactly what to do and who to speak with to make that change. And everybody understands that people have their own agendas. You have an agenda going in. The other person has an agenda going in. What matters is what that agenda would do. How would it affect the populace in general? And understanding that and pushing that forward is what makes the difference. So what they did is they spoke to the leaders in the communities. They spoke to young people in the communities. They spoke to the young people running for office in the community and said, this is what we want. We would support you. We would help you reach more people if you can assure us that this is going to be a priority in your work, if you get in. And once they had that assurance, they went out and they spoke to other young people and spoke to leaders and said, okay, this is what is happening. This is what we want to do. And at the end of the day, that mass of people came out and they voted for what they wanted. And that person got in as a young person, female as well. So you say that when you work as a collective, when you feel that your voice would be heard and you can make the change, a lot of young people would make the change.
What Rhoda was saying was the place of awareness. And how to get many young people.
That's political participation.
Participation. In my opinion, I think there are two important approaches to it. One is a long-term perspective, and the other is short-term.
Okay.
Because I still doubt if we can achieve the kind of results we can, no matter the level of awareness we do in the short term, because things have to build up. You know, things like addressing the perspectives and or getting young people to participate. But my point really is the fact that there is, on the one hand, young people should run for office, like Rhoda said. But how many people will be in office? I think where we should prioritize the proper understanding of political participation by young people. Because between 4 years, fine, 2023 is approaching, a lot of people are running and this, but after 2023, what happens? Do we all go back? And I think where systemically, or in a systemic way, the people in government might be limiting the voice of young people is by ensuring an unempowered young population. Countries where young people are able to effectively participate in politics are countries where young people are also economically empowered. Empowered because they are able to create wealth for themselves. So it's the tendency to blindly follow a political godfather reduces. As much as there might still be necessary need for mentorship, for support, but the godfatherism, as we call it, will begin to address it from the root. If I'm running for local government chairmanship now, why will I want to engage a political godfather? Because I need grassroots support, which I don't have, but somebody has invested in, right? Because I need finances to fund. But if I have some level of empowerment, then I can run those things at least funded by my own endeavor sustainably. So those are the things that are systematically reducing or limiting young people's participation when people are not rightly educated, they are not empowered. And don't forget that the instinct for survival is highest in people. So even for those young people who participate as hooligans and thugs, mostly motivated by poverty, right? So these are issues we also should be addressing as part of dealing with the challenges of political participation, especially in the long term. In the short term, of course, part of what Carrington Fellowship is doing is running the PVC Drive campaign, which is helping us create awareness, drive a lot of engagement, sensitize people, get their PVC in partnership with the Constitution Lab. But that is short term, because we have to prepare for the long term. And I think that is very important.
What is wrong with young people getting really active in the electoral process right now?
Okay, so there are a lot of challenges, and I think that one of the things that we've identified plainly is one of the things that we realize is apathy. And there's a reason why there's an apathy, because young people are easily discouraged about, seeing the reward or the gratification of their action. So everybody wants to do something and then see that, okay, they're able to get what they deserve or get a return. So when we talk about elections, there's a lot of election fraud, there's a lot of election violence. One of the things that I know specifically that the young people from election is election violence. In 2015, I carried out a survey of young people, both online and offline. As why? Because I was really gingered. I think that was the first time that I would vote, and I was 18 plus, and I was very excited about it. And I realized that even in some areas, young people are not interested. A lot of my colleagues were asked to come home by their parents. So any young person that is voting is probably there to collect money or to cause trouble and has been paid to cause trouble at the election. So election violence is a major thing that is deterring young people.